For some reason I had my mic muted. I don't know if this mic is muting by itself, but everything I just shared, I don't think any of you heard. Oh man, so sorry about that, guys. I thought I'd just pop in for about an hour or so, maybe just under an hour, up until 11 o'clock, for some updates on the stream. So I was supposed to stream at 4 yesterday. I apologize for not making the stream. I forgot that I had some meetings that I needed to attend to, so I took care of that. Chose not to stream, and then this morning as well, wasn't planning to stream, but ultimately I thought I'd pop on for an hour or so just to go through the pairs and the charts that I am looking at today. So let me get through that quickly. I was saying, as you were probably seeing me move around my chart on the stream, I was specifically referring to GJ yesterday. Prior to my meeting, I was doing some hyper scalping on the 1 minute time frame based on the volume profile for yesterday, New York, roundabout New York session, open of New York session. So I was scalping on the 1 minute on the line chart itself, just 15 pips per trade, testing it out and seeing how well it works or how well it doesn't work. It wasn't bad. I think I enjoyed it a bit. I did enjoy it quite a bit. I pretty much broke even if you take into account these two losses over here, 15 pips. Otherwise, that's 15, that's 15, that's about 5.7. I think I moved to break even initially and moved my stop up to about there. Market came down, stopped me out at about 5.7 pips, and then went to, what was it? About 12 pips, 120 points. So yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I probably will do it in New York today as well, just to see how well it works. I tried one on NASDAQ. It was a little bit too volatile for me, just predicting the direction on that 1 minute. I do sort of think that I have a strategy or an idea in terms of how I will implement this hyper scalping on the 1 minute, but I'll forward test it a little bit more over the next few days and then just see how that plays out. And like I said, I did enjoy it. I will definitely be doing it again. Just to note that doesn't take away from my main strat that I am trading, so I will still be obviously setting up trades for my main strat. So what am I looking at today? My normal pairs: EURUSD, GBP USD, GBP JPY. I've added AUD USD to my watch list now at the moment as well, and then I've also got US30, NASDAQ and gold on my watch list. So those are the pairs that I am looking at. I did my analysis a little bit earlier this morning, and I looked and took a trade on EURUSD. So I marked out my new Asian high and Asian lows. At the time that I looked at the market was coming down to this 4-hour level here and basically breaking through. It had this close over there. I did decide to take quite an aggressive trade because I realized that the Asian range was quite small. So my idea was, as it was coming down, that I put in a pending order on a buy. Market came down, triggered me in, consolidated for about 45 for about an hour. Consolidated for about an hour and then ultimately went to hit TP for 14.5 pips. So not too bad of a trade on there. Took out the Asia low and held that 4-hour key level as support, and then ultimately went up to the Asian range as well. So I took full TP on that trade. On GBP USD, I haven't taken any trades here, although my daily bias is bullish. I was ultimately looking for sells below the Asian low over here, So as you can see, we've gone to take out the Asian high. We're sort of sitting in the mid-range of this Asia session over here. So what I am going to do and look for on this pair is sell. So if it does eventually come down and break below this Asia low, I will look for sells down to that 4-hour key level over there. I don't have any pending orders set on this pair. I am going to set an alert just so that if we do come down there, that it will give me an indication that it is possibly time to enter. GBP, JPY, what are we looking at here? Marked out new Asian levels, cleared up the charts, removed some of the 15-minute, or actually all of the 15-minute key levels. Found that I'm finding more confluence on the higher time frame key levels, so I won't focus too much on the 15-minute key levels. Might look at it in terms of entries, but I'm not necessarily going to mark it out. Just makes my chart look a little bit too cluttered as well. So my idea on this is that the market has swept the Asian lows. I was waiting for it to break above the 4-hour key level. It has now done that. I am looking for longs, but I am looking for the market to first come down to that level over there before I can actually look at taking any longs to that daily key level, and ultimately as a longer term target to the Asian high, and that will be an easy 1 to 3 trade if it goes in my direction. That's when it will be easy, but that's what I am looking for on this pair specifically. Didn't do too well on this pair from a higher time frame yesterday, but we'll see what happens today. I generally find that my good days are on Thursdays and Fridays, and by the way guys, I know that my camera is off. It is intentional, so just so that you don't wonder why my camera is off. There's another pair that I'm looking at, AURUSD. This pair I am actually in a position on at the moment. A fairly risky trade, I would say. Although I am trading in line with my bias for the day. So the only reason I say it is risky is because we have closed inside the Asia range here. What I was looking for was reaction off of this 4-hour key level over here. So I'm looking for reaction over that. I'm looking for it to actually hold, for the market to break back below it, close back below it, and then ultimately continue towards the downside as well. So that is my play on this pair. It is a 1 to 2 trade, so 15 pip stop right above that daily key level and those highs over there. And then I'm looking to trade it down to that 4-hour key level over there. So not asking a lot of this pair. It's a 15 pip stop with a 30 pip take profit. So I'll watch this pair and see how it plays out. Obviously, there's not going to be too much volume with it not being in the Sydney session and not being in the US session as well. So this, I'll just let it run. I'm not going to be too stressed about this pair. I'm fairly comfortable with how this moves. So I will just watch that play out. But I am currently in a trade there. If anyone was looking to get into the trade, there is still an opportunity to do it. But like I said, this stream is purely for trade attainment purposes. All my trades are very high risk, and taking any of these trades will result in you losing money. So these are merely ideas, merely concepts, merely forms of education to help people who are getting into trading, anyone who is new, to possibly assist you with where you are trading wise at the moment. So it's also a means for me to document my trading journey, so that I don't have to formally, sit down and record things, because I think that sometimes stops me from doing it. So this is like a video journal / diary type of setup for me, and it's just helping me document my trades on my trading journey. And if I can provide people with education while I'm doing that, then it's a plus. Dow Jones I have done analysis on it this morning. Not necessarily anything specific that I am looking at. I'm obviously still quite bullish in terms of the daily and the weekly time frame on this indice. So what I am possibly looking for is a hold above this 4-hour key level. I do want to see if I would continue to take it to the upside. I want to see a nice bullish momentum close above this level with a little bit of a retracement back into the 4-hour and then a continuation to that weekly key level to see if we can take that out. Maybe even targeting these highs over here short term. So this could be a short-term target if the market does decide to retrace into this level and then going towards there. What is the numbers looking like in terms of short-term? So it is about 70 odd pips. It doesn't really make sense in terms of a trade because I would have to put my stops below this level over here. So it's likely that what I would maybe look at as an alternative is the market holding above this Asia range here and then looking at that as a short-term target. Then it makes a little bit more sense because then I've got just a little bit of protection with the Asian range high and the lows over here. But just keep in mind that this is also another risky play because you've got an untested Asia low, you've got a Asia high that has just been swept. There is a high probability that the market can come back down, break into the range, retest it, and then continue towards the downside. So I'm not putting any pending orders. What I will put is an alert so that if the market does come into this level over here, that it alerts me to it and I can actually see real time what the market is doing. But for now, no trades over there. US Tech, I don't think that I've done any analysis on this as yet. Let's just see if there is anything that's gonna pop up. I don't think so. What is this alert? Let's see here. We delete that. Gold, I haven't done any analysis on this for now. Maybe I should do it now. So let me get rid of all of these horizontal rays on gold. Okay. What are we looking at on the weekly? We are definitely still bullish. Let me look for current levels, and what I'm tending to do now with the weekly levels, I'm not going too far back. I'm literally just going to the most recent highs. And the most recent lows as well. I'm just wanting to have less things for my eyes to actually look at when I am involved in the markets as well. What are we looking at in the daily? We are obviously still bullish on this pair as well. So on the daily, if I look at the immediate levels, we've got that daily level over there. We've also got this level over here on the daily, which is very close to the weekly level as well. Going down to the 4-hour. Is there anything I can specifically see on the 4-hour that's not lining up with any of the other levels? I'd probably look at this over here as some level of support on the 4-hour. We are currently sitting at this level as well, so maybe what a better thing to do is mark that out as a 4-hour level. This is more consistent with where we are now. And then when I go down onto the 15-minute, it's really just to mark out Asia range high and low, which you can see that we've already swept. We just get the right colors here. Oops, just actually need to edit that, not make an entire new line. Okay, so we've already swept and ran quite a bit from this Asian level over here. Let me just check what that measurement is. My goodness, 1,000 pips. That is crazy. So there is a massive rally on that at the moment. What's my potential here? My potential is looking for the market to come back and retest this 4-hour key level over here, and looking then for some possible buys on gold at this level. Stop would be about 40 pips for us to target. What can we see looking left? Are we targeting those highs there? So maybe a 1 to 2 is realistic. I'm getting an alert on GBP USD. I'll check it out now. But that could maybe be a potential target. 1 to 2 trade risking 40 to make 80 pips on gold. But I've set my alert there. Let's just go and see what's happening on GBP USD. This is what I'm looking for. I'm going to look for a close of this candle first, and then I will look for continuation sells to the downside. I want to see a close below this level. As soon as we get a close, I will possibly take a market execution on this pair. So I'll watch it for the next 11-12 minutes or so, see where it closes, and then look for a potential sell. What you potentially want to do is look for a break close and a retest of that level, and then a continuation to the downside. That's the ideal or the safer scenario in this case. The more aggressive is on the break of that and close with the next candle to then take it. The likelihood of you catching it close to this Asia level is fairly good, but you can see a drive and then possibly only catch this a little bit lower. So what I would maybe do, just to be safe, is take this a little bit further down, maybe to the low of that candle, just to be a little bit more aggressive on it. You can look at a 1-to-1, which is what I will look at for on this trade. 20 pips to ask of GU is not a lot. I'm going to put in a pending order there quickly. So I'm just putting in a sell stop on GU. I don't know if it took. Didn't hear anything. Let's try that again. We are looking for okay, let's place that order again. Okay, so I've got a pending order on GU, quite aggressive at the break of this candle, looking for it to go down. That's my play on there. Euro USD, is there anything happening here? Generally when I've traded a pair I don't like looking at it again. I don't know, it's more of a psychological thing for me, but maybe something I need to consider, because there is a possibility for a continuation on this pair now holding above this key level to maybe take another trade all the way to the 4-hour key level over there. But that it does remain to be seen, so still fairly okay on there. Gold, I've got my level marked out over there, so that is pretty much what I'm looking at for today. I will probably look at streaming only for an hour later as well. So we'll see how that works out. But that's where I am on my trades for today. That's what I'm looking at. I need to update my overlay 14.5. I can just update that 34. The odd USD trade that I was in yesterday, I broke even on that. I moved my stops to break even before I went to my meeting, and I think I was at the meeting for about an hour. When I left the meeting I had been stopped out at break even. So what it did then end up doing is I think it retraced a little bit further and then came down. So when I looked at it this morning, when I analyzed the chart again, the chart was pretty much, I think it was like 10 or 15 pips up again in my favor. But yeah, I removed that, reanalyzed the charts, marked out some clean levels, and then put in the pending order that I had pending here. So that was what I did with this pair specifically, but it was a BE, so I won't show it on my overlay necessarily. So the only trade that I'm in at the moment is a odd sell. There is no GU sell that I'm in at the moment. Oops, didn't update that. Odd USD. Oh, come on, equal, man. So on the week, I'm pretty much break even across the board. Up 34 on Euro USD and then down 30 on the other two pairs. Not what I want, but ultimately what I got, so there ain't no thing I can do about that. I'm just logging into my profile quickly to see where I'm sitting at. I think I was up like 32%. So I'm still sitting in and around that level. My win rate according to my dashboard is sitting at 48%, which is not great, but it's not terrible. My aim though is to be 50% by the end of this week or further. That is the idea. Still waiting for GU to break that level over there, and then taking that continuation to the downside. Also a fairly small Asia range. I do prefer that. Waiting for that as well. Let me draw my arrow actually. Not that it helps, but okay, what are we doing on this level over here? We've got 2.5 minutes left on this candle, so if we can hold, maybe a possibility of us looking for something in that region over there. $15 and $16. That is a possibility. I could set an alert there. I'm not putting in a pending order on this, so we'll see what happens on those plays if they do work out. And then about 15 minutes left for the stream, and then I'll probably catch everyone in New York. That alert set up there. Gold creating that high over there. If we can get the retracement into this level, I shall look for the buys. That's what I shall doest. News for today. Haven't checked anything. News at 3:30. Unemployment claims. So we're looking for a number less than 224,000 for it to have a positive impact on the dollar. Previous was 223. What was the data prior to that? So if we look at last week, the previous was 217. The forecast was quite high at 221, and then the actual came out even higher than it was forecast, so that did have a bit of a negative effect on the dollar as well. So that is interesting. And then we've got some euro news at 3:45 as well. Euro news at 3:15 and 3:45. Euro now coming back down to test this Asian low. Did I say? Yeah. So I don't have a pending order on this. I'm going to watch it, see how it plays out. I obviously wanted to hold above that 4-hour level over there. That's the idea. Gold holding a little bit. Let's see if there is any news due for tomorrow. Course PCE. So quite a news heavy week this week. I think it's also speaks to the hesitancy in the market from buyers and sellers in early parts of the week on certain currencies. So essentially, if I'm looking at this key level as a level, like sort of a zone, then it has held, and that big bottom wick is also a good thing. I'm going to take a small swing at this Euro USD one. So it is my second trade on Euro USD for this morning for a small 15 pip or 16 pip TP. Just mark the correct entry area, 42.32. Let's see if this works out. Market execution trade here. AUD USD in some drawdown. Just to note that there is also a probability that the market can seek to take out that Asian high as well, so very risky play over here. Euro USD was just giving me that alert that I had set there. What do I want to see from this pair? Close above Asian high and then taking out or targeting that 4-hour key level over there. That is the play. GBP USD bullish. What I could potentially do is at the EQ of this range, go for a very tight, let's say 11 pip stop, still targeting the lows over here. So at this EQ, then taking a sell. So the midpoint of this range is potentially what I could look for. Is there any key levels on the 4-hour that's like close by? There. The market could very well want to seek that key level over there. Let's see if we get a weak close on this candle. 7 minutes. Drawdown. Not at my level yet. Little bit of drawdown. Going to retest that Asian low. I've still got this 4-hour key level here, so I'll take what the market wants to give. Gonna wait for a close on this candle. Not gonna do anything too risky. No reason to. Still very early in the day. I feel that there's possibly going to be some colossal consolidation in that area. Consolidating there. Consolidating there. Pretty much the same. Gold. Saying, guys, nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. What is a safer bet? The break of this low? That is the safer bet. I will get in right at the alert, so as soon as I hear the ding dong, I'll get in, but this candle has to close first. Trading can be boring, guys. Sometimes, well, a lot of the time, it's just sitting and watching the charts, man. That's all you can do. That is actually all you can do. Not chasing the market, not trying to impose your own will on the market. Just sitting there and letting the market do its thing. I need to get some coffee. It is not the 29th today, is it? Check my other commentary. 33. It's not the 29th, dude. It's 30th. You are right. Suppose this will still say this commentary is all old. I think I analyzed US 30. I just didn't update the commentary on it. Again, it's not something I am actively looking at taking, to be honest. 1-to-1, yeah. Tight stop, 40 pips. Nah, don't know. Buy gold. Enjoy. Enjoy it up there. I do have a pending order on GU. What the heck, I'm gonna leave things the same. EURUSD, finding some indecision at that level. All I want to see is it get to Asia highs and then look for the reaction. You'll see that initial tap over there pushed it quite aggressively to the downside. I don't even think it tapped it, so I didn't even take it out. But there was quite an aggressive move off that level, so I'll just be watching that. Australian dollar. US 30. I don't even know why I'm checking gold. Because gold is... me and gold are not on the same wavelength at the moment. Okay, 11 o'clock. We are looking for that volume to the downside on GU. Let me see in terms of my inputs, where are we on this sell? I want it at 24,503. That's where I want it. Stops at TP at 260. Breaking below that Asian low there on Euro USD. Possibly heading back down to that 4-hour key level, so we shall monitor it and see what happens. I am almost tagged in on GJ, so we'll watch that, and then I think I'm still in drawdown on that. Anything on gold to write home about? Nothing. Still running. So the alert was triggered and my sell stop was triggered. And I am in. What is DOF is that I'm in a sell on GU and a buy on Euro USD. Generally those two pairs, you want to be trading them in the same direction. So I'm almost sure I've been stopped out on Euro US or Euro dollar. Yes. So that is minus 14. What was that? Minus 14. Some updates to the stream layout there on trades taken and current trades. Did my yes, I should have been triggered in. I am triggered in on GJ as well. It's triggering me. I feel so triggered. So 3 trades currently running. Sorry about the keyboard and mouse noise, guys. Like, my mic is just here. I'm quite aggressive on these. Pound trades at the moment. But I'm confident, man. Watch me confidently lose. I must speak positive. I'm gonna win. Gonna win this, man. Nah, I mean. Seven pips. I'm just looking for strength on the yen here to push this up. But we are sitting at that 4-hour level, which gives me hope, you know. It does give me hope. Yeah, this was a silly trade. I should have just left it. But let us not sulk. You know what we can do is look for a further sell at this level. You guys hear this hardy down my roof here? That's what I shall look for. I shall put an alert there, and then I should be notified as soon as we get there. I want my pips back, man. And that Euro USD trade will probably be the last one I take for the day. So that is what I'm looking at, guys. I don't think there's anything else that I need to clarify, because I don't believe that there is any questions. No, I didn't even post a question for myself. So that is it for me from the stream. I did say that I'll be on for an hour. It is now almost exactly an hour. I think I logged on at 10:10. It is now 11:10, or almost 11:10. It will be in 1 minute, sorry, 30 seconds. So I shall see you guys probably a little bit closer to New York, if not in New York, just to stream for another hour or so. But I'll check you in the next one. Have a good afternoon. Peace out, guys. Peace out.